Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to look at some other selection tools. We have a couple. The main one I want to show you here today is the quick selection tool, which is quite effective actually. All we have to do is really select the tool and then click or paint where we think we want to select, not think, where we do want to select, okay? And we just brush up and down here like this, okay? Now if we zoom in, we can see it's done a fairly good job, but the tones between the sky in the background and this are quite difficult. They're very similar, so it's very difficult for it to pick up. So we can refine this selection. We're going to use quick mask, okay? And quick mask reveals, the accuracy of what we've done. Now let's reduce the size of our brush. And we're going to use the brush tool to brush in masks or remove them. So when we've got black active, you can see that over here, okay? Black is active, it adds mask. If I make white active, it removes mask. So white is to reveal, okay? And black is to hide, okay? So mask it. And we can use the X key. Look over here, we can use the X key to toggle between the two. So I just come along down here like that. I'm going to go over a bit, and then I'm going to switch to X to bring out the white, and a little bit over, and I'm going to use the X to brush back in. Okay. Obviously you've got to have quite a steady hand to do this. I'm not sure I have. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is just reveal the edge, and then change my brush, and it's easier to follow that edge like that, okay? And down we go, and then we can fill in the gaps. Bit sloppy there. Go to white, get rid of that bit there. There we go. Okay. So let's switch off, or let's just get rid of this bit here. Just make that transition a bit better. Put an X on there, so it can be a bit fiddly. And there we have our selection. Now we've got some bits here. If I hit the Alt key, okay, let's make this brush a bit bigger. By default, let's go back to the quick selection brush up here. By default, it's a plus, so it's saying add. Okay, if I hit the Alt key, the middle of the brush goes to a minus, so I can say don't have that, don't have that, don't have that. Oh, Command Z. It was a bit too. Make my brush a bit smaller. Get rid of that. Command Z. Undo that again. Make the brush very, very small. Okay. Or we have to hit Alt. We don't want to get too near the edge of the post. If I hit the minus, it would work better. Okay, and we can see, well, will I have any luck in adding that without spilling over? No, that's near enough. Okay, we could go back into quick mask and refine that if we wanted, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not going to. Now we've got a selection there. We could right click and create, remove it from the picture, do a layer via copy, or we could just do a adjustment curve on it. So let's put a curve on it, or anything else we want to do really, and let's just do that. And there we have the change that we want. So it's very effective. Another tool that we have is in the Lasso tools. It's called the magnetic Lasso tool. The magnetic Lasso tool tries to do the same thing. You see it's putting little dots around it, but I find it a lot less accurate, and it can very easily select things you don't want, like there. So you've got to do lots of clicks to make it work. For me, it's not a very effective tool, so let's get rid of that one. The quick select tool is much better. Then you've got the magic wand tool, which is very similar actually, and we try and select the areas again. It's very similar to the quick select. So I'm hitting the shift key to add to this one. Okay, and it's just it's a little bit more tedious, perhaps it's more precise, but again you can see the amount of work that's required just to select the same sort of area, and I've got lots of bits in here which are not being selected. So you can try it, but for me the quick select tool is the one, that quick selection tool is the one that we really should be using, and that does what we want. Okay, many thanks.